Hi, I'm Glenn Simpson, and I've collected comics for over 40 years, and I'm showing off my collection one box at a time. Today, we're looking at box number 70. We're going to pick up where we left off somewhat with Ghost Rider, and we're going to get a lot of one-shots and miniseries and things for him. We're going to do some stuff that starts with Gotham, and we're going to end up with Gravity. So, I'm so glad you're here. Please like and comment and subscribe. If there's anything that you'd like to see that's inside of a pack in any of my videos, please let me know and comment, and we will do a special video on that. I'd love to do that. So, but for now, here we go with box number 70. All right, so picking up where we left off on the previous series, which I think in the last video I said that was the end of that series, but I was kind of confused. That was just issue 12. This is issue 13. Got some remote control ghost riding going on here. Issue 16. Infinity cover sort of thing there. This pricey little book, Weapons of Vengeance Part 2. Part 1 must have been over in Wolverine. There, issue 17. Let's see. Issue 18. There, continuing Johnny Blaze and his sort of new love interest. 21. And that is, I believe, the end of this series. Right there. And we've got just a beauty cover on this annual, which I guess this is a variant. I usually only get variants when they're like pretty girls, but clearly that's not what I was going for here when I ordered this variant. There. And we get into the Ghost Rider, and so we're jumping back into the 90s, folks. For Ghost Rider and Blaze, Spirits of Vengeance. So at the same time that the Ghost Rider series was coming out, this was coming out, and in every issue, the former Ghost Rider with his Hellfire shooting gun would team up with Danny Ketch, the current Ghost Rider. And so the Rise of the Midnight Suns Part 2 happens here by issue 4. By issue 4, Death Watch is dead, but had a controller back. Right there, Adam Kubert. Issue 5, obligatory Spider-Man crossover, but even better, we have Venom, the Spirits of Venom. There. Issue 8. 2 of them going up against Mephisto. There. Issue 9. I think this must be an early or first appearance, or the first time they're meeting Vengeance. Right there. 12. Another Vengeance focused issue there. Another dark paper cover. Another one of those where it's just an odd paper with no image. And then 16, the issue of Road to Vengeance. Got Johnny Blaze kind of going through some more transformation there. I believe this is supposed to be Zarathos, the demon who gives Ghost Rider his powers, which it changes, it seems, every 5 minutes. Where the Ghost Rider powers come from. You Ghost Rider fans may be able to keep it all straighter than I. It's issue 17, The Siege of Darkness crossover. Again, there's kind of an image back in there somewhere. It's kind of hard to make out though. Issue 20, Blaze's Circus. The carnival has been destroyed. Not a circus, a carnival. There, issue 20. And 21. We'll fight against some scurry beast there. And then that series ends with 23. Right there, the final ride. Got a team up of Ghost Rider and Captain America. Fear. Hey, it's the Scarecrow again. In the previous video, we noted how often Ghost Rider ran up against the Marvel's version of Scarecrow. Maybe that's... Is Scarecrow is he a Ghost Rider villain? Did I just miss out picking up on that till just now? That's a one-shot. We've got a series, Ghost Rider Final Vengeance, from a few years ago. Variant cover, Mark Texiera, I believe. Coming back to do that. Benjamin Percy. Have you ever heard Benjamin Percy talk? He's got a really dark voice. Anyway, that's issue 6. Got Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes. So Robbie Reyes normally appears in the book called All New Ghost Rider. And despite the way they've got this positioned, the book is actually titled Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes. And I don't know, I think this was them kind of sending him off, because I think they were going to focus on bringing back regular, motorcycle riding Ghost Riders, because I don't think we've seen him since, but he was around for a while. He showed up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and was an Avenger there for a while, so not sure what the intention was, other than maybe to get Robbie Reyes as a name on the, I don't know, trademark preservation or something. Anyway, Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes. One shot. We go to Ghost Rider 2099. Kind of a fun concept. In a dark future, there's these sort of military grade robots that can be hacked into with, and so this guy is able to project his mind into the body of one of these robots, and then he repurposes it to be a badass motorcycle riding vigilante. So that's issue 1. Through issue 8, Chris Bacalo. There. Issue 9. There. Oops. Sorry. Issue 9. Always kind of a series of very rough art, shall we say. Very abstract, if you will. Ashley Wood, I believe is the name of this artist. There on issue 16. Issue 17. Ghost Rider 2099. 24. There. And as we approach the end of that series, the price tag gets a little higher. Well, I guess a little bit higher. 25. Right there, so that's why. I don't know if that's the last issue or not. Oh, yeah, it is. Obviously, it is. So, there you go. Issue 25 right there. Then, a few years ago, they just kind of did a revamp of 2099. Sort of different versions of them. So, this is the Ghost Rider one-shot from that set. Those are all being filed as if 2099 was spelled out TWE. So then we get into Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever one shot. It's kind of a celebration of 50 years, I guess, of Ghost Rider. And then J. Michael Straczynski does his weird team-ups that he did over the last couple of years, one of them being Ghost Rider versus Galactus. So that's good. There's two great tastes that taste great together. There. And got Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and Punisher, Hearts of Darkness. One shot. There, fighting Mephisto. And we got Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Punisher, The Dark Design. I don't know which one of those came first. This one's a little pricier, or at least mine's in a little better condition. Recent Ghost Rider Wolverine Weapons of Vengeance, with the this being the George Perez variant. This is something they did after his death. They just gathered some various commissions and sketches and things he had done, and used them for variant covers. So that's the Alpha of Ghost Rider Wolverine, Weapons of Vengeance. And then we have the Omega. I guess in between was that issue from the beginning of the video. So it's all fitting together now in my memory. But they had an Alpha and Omega for the crossover. There. So, that ends Ghost Rider. I got this the other day. Somebody brought this. I didn't realize. I don't have a lot of horror books. You know, I'm mainly a superhero guy. So I didn't pick up on the fact, I'd never noticed that there was a Spectre, at least 1 or 2 or 3 issues of Ghosts that had the Spectre in it. So I picked this one up not long ago after figuring out that putting it on my want list. So that is Ghosts number 97. And if I remember correctly, I think I have 98 and 99 on my list. Maybe there's like a 3-issue thing. So that's that. So Ghost Spider, I could not keep up with all, even I could not keep up with all the Spider-Verse and all the Spider-Gwen stuff, but I dipped my toe in there for a while. So I got this particular series, which was Ghost Spider, featuring Spider-Gwen. So that's issue 1. And through issue 5, right there, fighting the, I can't remember if that's a Jackal or her world's version of the Green Goblin. Issue 5, there. Greg Land. It's not even a variant, is it? Greg Land cover on Ghost Spider 6. There. Issue 10. Gwen's dealing with the Sue Storm and Johnny Storm of her universe, who are not great people. And then there was an annual around for that series, part of the Acts of Evil, which was kind of an acts of, sort of like acts of vengeance, I think. It was, you know, people fighting people they didn't normally fight. Should get a good shot of that. Let's see. Then we get Giant Man. So a team up book of all of the guys who had been Giant Man in one form or another, or the son of the original in some cases. That happened during the War of the Realms, because they needed all the Asgardian realms were fighting coming to Earth and creating havoc, and so I guess they, as I recall, they needed somebody to go to the land of the giants, and who better than these guys? So that's issue 1 through issue 3 with a Moonstone appearance. Looking good there, Moonstone. And we get to officially the giant size. And these are kind of, you know, alphabetical. Sometimes that comes off a little weird. Sometimes things are, seems like it might make more sense to put them with the original series, but ultimately they ended up here. So giant size, Age of Apocalypse variant edition. This is the recent series with Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel, jumping around through X-Men history. There, so it's an art, I believe it's an Art Germ. Yes, Art Germ variant. Couldn't resist that. Giant size Amazing Spider-Man, King's Ransom. King's Ransom being the storyline that was going on for a while. This being for some reason they took part of it and stuck it in a separate book during the Nick Spencer run. Similarly, giant size Amazing Spider-Man, The Chameleon Conspiracy, also during the Nick Spencer run. So during a battle, during an arc where he's fighting the Chameleon, you have this one shot. Giant size Amazing Spider-Man. There. Recently came out as of this recording. Don't know what the purpose of this was, other than just a special extra issue. Giant size Astonishing X-Men. For those of you who are fans of the Joss Whedon, John Cassaday Astonishing X-Men, there is a giant size issue that goes along with that. From DC, we have giant size Atom, which is kind of a joke, you know. Atom teaming back up with Hawkman, with whom he used to share a book. The Atom and Hawkman. And we got one of the classic giant size books. So a lot of these came out in, you know, before 1976, which was really kind of my cutoff going back. But I really decided I liked them. But then I also didn't want to buy them unless there was actually some original content in them that I couldn't get anywhere else. Sorry, I needed a sip. So we got giant size Avengers number 3 here. We got another giant size Avengers, much more modern, recent book there. Giant size Black Cat, Infinity Score. I wanted to say Scare, Infinity Score. And classic giant size Captain Marvel. Right there, love that suit. Giant size Daredevil. Electro and his Emissaries of Evil. Not a Sinister Six. They are Emissaries of Evil. And another more modern giant size Daredevil with a Greg Land cover. There. Another of the Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel roll through histories, giant size Dark Phoenix saga. And your classic giant size Defenders 3. There, some Daredevil. There, Grandmaster. Giant size Defenders 4. I think giant size 5. I think 4 must have been reprinted somewhere else, or it was reprinting something, or that I have somewhere else, or something like that. Guardians of the Galaxy, original Guardians of the Galaxy. There. Giant size Fantastic Four. Reprinting at least some of it being the reprint of, maybe this is all reprint, but maybe I just went ahead and got it. But issue 6. We got the recent giant size Fantastic Four here. Giant size Gwen Stacy, number 1. This is actually a thick book. This is almost a trade paperback. This could arguably be a trade paperback. Giant size House of M. Here. Classic giant size Hulk. Up against the Inhumans. And it's funny, I got like one of my oldest issues is, I don't know if it's reprinted here. One of my oldest issues is when he's fighting Maximus, and I need to pop this open. but that fight with those rogue Inhumans, that may be reprinted here, but in Giant Size Hulk #1, which I was reading it in Marvel Superheroes, the reprint there. Giant Size Hulk, more recent, with the Champions, Resurgence of the Champions, Hercules. Another Giant Size Hulk in the last couple of years. There. Giant Size Invaders. So this was actually the first appearance of, I mean, they only say that say it's the first Masterman and the origin of Submariner retold, but I mean, I guess it depends on how you look at it. This was the first, I believe, mention of the team being by name as Invaders, and this was going to be a quarterly series, and they decided to just turn it into a regular series, which we will look at more in depth when we get to the eyes. Love the Invaders world, the major heroes of Marvel in World War II. They're having new adventures being told that take place during that time. Roy Thomas doing that. He would later do the same thing with the DC heroes in All-Star Squadron. Giant Size Marvel Triple Action. I think I got this one, and I didn't realize that it maybe didn't have anything in it that I didn't already have. But anyway, the Avengers and Doctor Strange and Daredevil. Got a Giant Size Silver Surfer. Recent book. And the 50th anniversary of the Giant Size, which is what all these recent ones are, or most of them. Giant Size Spider-Gwen. There. Got another big boy book, Giant Size Spider-Man and Doc Savage, back when Marvel had the license to publish comics with Doc Savage, and I've got like one, as we saw in the previous video. I've got one issue. I don't know how they fit it all together, but he could clearly, I think there was time travel, so he was in the past. That's true. So there was some time travel in this issue, thus enabling Spider-Man to team up with Doc Savage. Another Giant Size Spider-Man, this time with the Man-Thing. Yes, you'll notice that, unfortunately, I do not have, as much as I hate to say this, it pains me to say this, but I do not have a Giant Size Man-Thing. This is something I have to live with, but I'm somehow able to go on. Anyway, Giant Size Spider-Man #5. Another Giant Size Spider-Man, just kind of a one-shot. And a Giant Size Spider-Man from the 50th anniversary run of series of books. Giant Size Spider-Woman. There. Oops. Got this Andrea DeVito cover. Looking good, Spider-Woman. There. I've got a facsimile of giant size superstars, which would I think become giant size Fantastic Four, basically. And this was just a facsimile, as you can see, by the $6.99 price. Got giant size Thor. Hercules. There. Giant size Wolverine. One shot from a few years ago. Now, I also do not have a regular plain old giant size X-Men. They're just too pricey. But I have like several different versions of it. Got this True Believers version right here. And I've got a more recent facsimile edition. And then I've actually got the, some people call it X-Men Special Edition. Sometimes it's called Special Edition X-Men, but it's from the, I guess, mid-'80s, early 80s. There's another reprint. It's kind of an abridged reprint. We'll see that when we get into the X-Men, I believe. That's that one. Giant size X-Men number 4. Of course, the numbering and everything is just all over the place. I think there's a 2 and a 3 that are on my want list. I think the 2 maybe is an actual kind of classic, giant size X-Men. Not sure. I'll just look at that again. But anyway, issue number 4. Then we have a giant size X-Men just from your basic giant size 50th anniversary series, featuring the Angel / Archangel. And we've got the giant size X-Men from the, from the Kamala Khan, Ms. Marvel situation. But this is the variant cover by Arthur Adams, recreating his cover to classic X-Men number 1, as seen in a previous video. Check that out. Giant size X-Men number 2, so the second issue of what we just saw. Right there, but not to do with but having nothing to do with the issue 4 that we saw. Like I say, it's a mess. Giant size X-Men number 2 from that little arc they did. But wait, there's more different kinds of giant size X-Men. There's this little run that featured different characters, little solo stories. So giant size X-Men Phantom X. There. And a variant of giant size X-Men Magneto. Right there. Oops. Shoot. And X-Men, giant size X-Men Storm. There, which looks like it ought to be a variant. That's the A cover. And giant size X-Men Thunderbird. have Giant Size X-Men, a tribute to Wine and Cockrum. So another, this is another reprinting of the story, but each page, or every 2 pages, are done by different artists, rather than the original being just reprinted, just as a, hey, look at it, this is what it looks like when we draw it, kind of thing. Alright, and we have Giant Size X-Statix. So the at some point X-Force, which had started off as the New Mutants becomes X-Force. X-Force runs for a while, and then it gets canceled, and it changes into a totally different book, featuring with Michael Allred and Peter Milligan, doing these different characters, and then that book turns into X-Statix, and it runs for a while, and it gets canceled, and then they bring it back, and so this is they did Giant Size as part of that. I don't have a lot of G.I. Joe. I do have, for some weird reason, this one issue of issue 77. So, you know, hopefully one day issue 77 is just gonna shoot right up in value. I had issue number 1. There was this stack of books I sold when I was like 17, and it had a G.I. Joe number 1, it had a Transformers number 1, and I just sold it because it was just not what I was collecting, and I just could kick myself. Great Lakes Avengers, issue 1. Don't have the rest of those yet, but do have issue 1 so far. Parody book making fun of the Justice League, JLA, as well as the Avengers disassembled stuff. Glory number 20. I mean, it's the only issue I've got of Glory, but you know, it's a good looking book. You know, I got no complaints about this book, so there you go. Dollar store or dollar box buy at some point. One of the DC sort of quarterly anthology books, Nort's Swimsuit Edition. There, or Nort's Illustrated Swimsuit Edition, if you get it. The recent Marvel Hickman Gods series. I was medium lukewarm on this, but good, interesting stuff. Gods number 1 through issue 4. Right there. Issue 5. There. And then that ends for now with issue 8. I'm sure this concept, it's Jonathan Hickman. I'm sure when they get around to it, they'll bring it back. He's working on Imperial at the time of the recording. The One World Under Doom crossover had this one shot relating to gods. I kind of liked this better than the original series, to be quite honest. Written by Ryan North. There. Got the facsimile of Godzilla. I have the whole series in the Essential Godzilla book. But picked up the facsimile when it came out. And of course, as of recording, they're doing all the big Godzilla this and Godzilla versus Justice League and all that stuff. Really, both companies are fighting Godzilla. GOG, so the New Year's Evil one-shots, giving one-shots to these different villains. Jason Pearson doing the art on the cover of this one. Mark Waid, and this is a villain from Kingdom Come, which Mark Waid wrote. So this is kind of some background on one of the big villains that you see kind of in the background. I say big villain in the background. It's not central to the plot so much, but just, you don't know who he is, and this tells you a little more, I guess, about who he is in there. Gog and Magog. Golden Age, Secret Files and Origins. Just some stories about the heroes of DC in the Golden Age. I think this one is the one where, so DC had a little minor issue. So Superman had been their first costumed hero, and then the Crimson Avenger came after that, and then Superman in the post-crisis world didn't exist, so the Crimson Avenger became their first costumed hero, which is somewhat, not, somewhat of a letdown, in a way. And so I think this is the issue where there's a story where the Crimson Avenger gets to sort of see the future, and in the future he sees Superman, and so Superman inspires him to put on a costume, and ergo Superman still manages to inspire him to become a costumed hero. Gold Goblin, Norman Osborn. He got all the bad removed from him, or did he? And so this is he builds himself another armor and becomes the Gold Goblin. And he has a five issue series here, running concurrently with his appearances in Amazing Spider-Man. Pick this up at some point. The Good Guys from Defiant Comics. I don't remember this one setting me on fire. Didn't feel like, I was like, oh cool, and more superheroes, but didn't really get something about, were these contest winners or something? I don't know. But anyway, like in real life contest winners, or just in the story contest winners. So Gotham Academy was not the sort of thing that I was going to pick up either. But when I saw Damian was going to be in it, I'm like, all right, well, let me get the issues that he's in. So Gotham Academy is a school in Gotham, and private school, and it's just about the it's kind of like Hogwarts, sort of, in a way. It's just what happens in the school, all kinds of weirdness. And issue 7 through issue 13, crossover with the Robin War. At one point there was a whole gang of people calling themselves Robbins. That's the last issue of that. One kid's a werewolf, something like that. There was a crossover through a few of the Batman books called Endgame, and Gotham Academy got an entry into that crossover there. And I figured I'd give it another shot. So Gotham Academy, second semester. There, issue 1 through issue 8. There's magic. All kinds of. The first appearance of this series, not this series, but the one before, the original Gotham Academy introduces Maps Mazurki, or Maps. Maps is her first name, and she's kind of like her future self will come back to the present and show up in Birds of Prey and some things like that. That's issue 9. through issue 12. Right there. And we've got Gotham By Midnight, which is another series I don't have all of. Just a couple of 2 or 3 issues. I don't know why this isn't packaged together, but anyway, kind of a magic stuff going on in Gotham. It's issue 5. It's issue 6. I could probably put 5 in this pack, but lucky you get to see 6. And through issue 8. Right there. Not sure. I have to look back at the list to see how long that went. And we get to Gotham Central. Also not something I picked up at the time. So getting it when I can. It'll be a little pricey because I don't think they reprinted. Is it that they didn't reprint it? Is it not in trades? Or it is in trades? I don't know. That's issue 1 right there. Through issue 6. There we go. And big jump. Issue 16. Through 19. And 35. And 37 there. So hopefully I'll get some more of those in the future. Gotham City Monsters series from a few years ago. Just some of the Pug Uglies from the Gotham City area, or from DC in general, teaming up as a group. Issue 1 through issue 6. Frankenstein, Orca, Killer Croc. Is that the vampire guy? Is that I Vampire? We get to some shinies. So Gotham City Sirens. This was the first regular series to feature Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, and Catwoman together as a team, if you will. Written by Paul Dini, creator of Harley Quinn, during the Batman Reborn period when I believe Dick Grayson was running around as Robin. So that's issue 1 there. Issue 2. Some of these are just desirable because of the cover. 2 through 6. Got a March, given full reign to just draw good girl art. If this is good girl art, what is bad girl art? These are bad girls. Issue 7. Big boy book. At least at the moment. I don't think, no, not a key or anything. Just a little bit more money changing hands for this one lately. Issue 8. There. Issue 12. There you go. Issue 13. I believe that Catwoman's sister is a sister. Issue 16. Let's throw Talia in there. You know, that's what we needed. Scantily clad Talia. 17. Big ears. Check out the ears on that Catwoman. Issue 19 from that month whenever all the covers kind of look like this. Issue 20, Gotham City Sirens. Probably people are paying a little more because it's got the Joker on the cover. There. Issue 21. There. And the series ends with 26, which, to be fair, it's October 2011, so the new 52 is about to start. So it's not necessarily a low sales kind of thing. It's just we're about to go into the new 52. Then they brought the concept back a couple of times fairly recently during the dawn of DC. Terry Dodson. I didn't find the stories that great, but the covers are pretty cool. Got Gotham City Sirens. Issue 1 through issue 4 there, and they did one of the uncovered books. The uncovered books are when they just take, it's just like an art book, it's just a bunch of covers, and I'm sure this is from the original series and from their individual series probably, and things like that. Just a reprinting a bunch of variant and A covers there. Oops. And Gotham City Sirens, Unfit for Orbit. The three ladies go on an outer space adventure. That ends in issue 5. I can see Wayne Tower from here. That was my Harley Quinn impression. Gotham Gazette. Alright, so this is another one of those alphabetically, it's out of order. So first you have Gotham Gazette, Batman Dead, which is all part of the Battle of the Cowl, which is after the Batman battle, or Batman R.I.P., just after Final Crisis, just all that Batman being dead stuff. Batman Dead, but then they find out he's not dead, and so he's alive, so everybody's happy. Gotham Underground, Batman and story with a lot of his folks, and it's all about he uses a lot of the villains, things like that, and the covers are all like one long connected cover. But we're seeing, so make a comment if you want to see the entire thing. But that's issue 1 through issue 9 there. And finally we have Gravity. So don't ever say that they don't try to invent new superheroes, because Marvel just straight up said, hey, here's a new superhero. His name is Gravity. And they put him out in a 5-issue miniseries, giving everybody a chance to buy this new hero and jump on the train. And he had his first big adventure here, ending in issue 5. And then he's shown up a couple of weird places, minor places, and then, we don't really see him much anymore. So anyway, so much for Gravity, and so much for this box. That is the end of this box. All right, so that's box number 70. In the next box, we will pick up with Grayson, the series that took the place of Nightwing there for a while, and very quickly get into Green Arrow, and that's what we will do for most of the next box. So if you're a Green Arrow fan, you will want to be here for that. In the meantime, thank you so much for having watched this video, and I hope you have a great day.